So this is the Boox Go 6. It's a small and light e-reader with full Android and the Google Play Store. So unlike a Kindle or a Kobo where you're stuck with whatever they've let you read, you can read on any app that you can get on Android. It's got a Carta 1300 screen, which is the latest and greatest that e-ink has to offer in black and white. And because it's books, they manage that screen really, really well to give you the best clarity, even when you're reading in apps that are meant to be used on an OLED or LCD screen. So you can download the Kindle app if you have a lot of books in the Kindle library and you can read on that. Or you can read on the Kobo library, or you can download Libby or the Economist app or whatever reading app you want to read on. It's got an octa-core processor, 2 GB of RAM and 32 GB of onboard storage. But there's also the option to expand that by a TF card. So I've been using the Boox Go 6 for a couple of weeks now and I have really enjoyed it. It's been my main reader, and one thing I really like about it is it looks and feels about the size of an ordinary book and it fits in your back pocket. I really enjoyed having it with me and finding the time to relax and read on this lovely autumn day at this really beautiful place. I will be continuing to use it as my main reader for some time until something else comes along and replaces it, although it's not perfect. It's part of the Go series, which is Boox' thin and light series of e-readers and Android e-ink tablets. And you can get it with this really smart vegan leather magnetic case. So it looks just like a book. I mean, it's a really impressive little device. For what it is and for what it can do, I think you'll be surprised at how inexpensive it is. You can check it out from the link in the description. When you compare it to what you can do with a basic Kindle or a basic Kobo, well, there's just so much more. And although it has a screen which is the same size as your basic Kindle, it's actually a little bit smaller footprint, which is just much more convenient for slipping in and out of your back pocket. I've just had a really nice reading session with this, the Go 6. Every evening, my wife or I read with my daughter and the other one reads with our son. We read together on her Kindle, and then she continued that same book on her Kindle and I read on this one and really enjoyed that. And it's the best bit of the day, to be honest. However, my conclusion kind of with the Go 6, my conclusion is largely that if you just want to read Kindles, then stick with a Kindle, because the Go 6, the software is makes it, the whole thing quite slow. And it takes a while. Sometimes I'm like waiting for Kindle to load back up. And whereas you open a Kindle and it just goes straight back to where you started. So I really do like that. I also can't remember the last time we actually charged her Kindle, and she's been reading on it like loads. So there is that. I think if you just want to read Kindle books, I think stick with that. But of course, the strength of the Go 6 is about choice. You can read in your own way. I mean, you can see how slow it is to actually boot up and get back into that. You can read on whatever you like. You can read in any app that you like. You can read in Onyx's excellent reading app. And you can read in Kobo or Kindle or Libby or anything like this. See, it's up and running finally. Be a little while for it to load into its apps menu here. It is too slow, this device. Really, they need to look at that in the software. I've clicked Kindle, it'll be a little while for it to get onto the first page there. But the choice in the software allows you to, adapt and use whatever workflow you like on a Boox device. You've got the choice which type of Boox device you want, and you've got the choice on how you're going to use it. And there we go. It wasn't too bad this time, actually. It was actually worse when I got to that first page in Roshelda last time as well, which was frustrating. It's a really nice reader when you get there, though. Bicolor lights and beautifully crisp screen. It is a really nice reader, but getting started is just a bit long-winded. So I like this Boox Go 6. And for reading, you notice immediately the contrast in this full sun like this, even against like a gallery-free color e-ink screen. You see on the video the difference there? This is just so much whiter, isn't it? I mean, sure, it's got its it's got its benefits having the color, right? Just look at the difference between text on there
And of course the gallery free has this real issue with the yellow burn-in. See the yellow ghost in on the word Vincent there? I mean, the contrast of that is just so much better. Of course, very different tablets for very different purposes to be comparing them here, but just to show you why you'd still want black and white just for ordinary reading. That's really nice, isn't it? It just looks like a little book. Just perfect for sitting outside in a bit of September sun. And certainly if there's any worries about this thing needing Book Super Refresh, well, I've just scrolled through basically the entirety of this summary of A New Earth. And yeah, I mean, it's just still looking really quite clean. So I don't know how they do it, Boox. And that's scrolling, it's not page turning, so the black ink is having to smear across the page. It usually leads to a lot of ghosting. It's really impressive. And then because this is short form, I can just hook this up to the Light Me, which I've kind of half forgotten that I was wearing. They're so comfortable, and I've got a video about these headphones if you're interested. And I can listen to the rest of the summary by hooking this up to Bluetooth as well. So it's a really nice little reader. A small, light e-reader with full Android, a great clear e-ink screen. What's not to love?